as soon as it was available on Steam. It was on my wish list for a long time, and I played it a bit when it was in extremely early access, and there were a lot of things that didn't work quite well yet. So I waited until now, which I think it's been maybe a few years, and I thought this was a perfect time to give it a shot. It seemed like a game that would be relaxing to play and watch, so let's give it a shot. Okay, so I have my created character here. As you can see, it has a bit, has a very 3D look to it. I skipped the intro cutscene just because I feel like in these types of games, we just really want to get to the gameplay. So it says R&R to repair your house. You need to gather some materials. Please collect 50 wood and 20 stone. Once you have everything, head to the Carpenter and place any order at the counter, or an order at the counter. Your house will be repaired the same day. Wow, that's really quick service. So we're going to gather. Okay, so we have the shipping bin. To grow crops, start by clearing debris from your farmland. Then we can unequip the tools with the left click. Then, alright, we're going to till. Right, alright, so fairly basic. Like I said, with these farming sim type games, I feel like we don't often need to. Alright, so I only need to hit that once. I was a bit overzealous. But I feel like we don't often need to. Alright, so sometimes the cursor can be, or the square can be over the item, but you still swing in the opposite direction. Interesting. But we don't often need to see the story, the intro story, and things like that. It's usually something like you inherited a farm, or you are looking to, wow, that keeps getting me. You're looking to get away from your old life or city life, something like that. So I can assume that's the situation. But the story, I'm sure, moving forward will be what we will be interested in learning about. Alright, so I have 19 of 50 wood. This might actually take me a while. So that's the first thing I'm just going to focus on, is just getting the wood. Okay, so I do get fiber from that. That's good. Wait, what's that? Do I cut it? Okay, I can't cut it. Can I do anything? Incorrect tool. Oh, okay. Wow. So I got some currency there. So you have to dig those things up. It's good to know. Alright, so our energy is up in the left-hand corner. We're actually fairly efficient with the energy. Now, if this was Stardew Valley and you were using your axe this much this early on in the game, this would be a problem. Now, the first thing that I'm going to nitpick, and I honestly, I think I played 2 hours of this game when it first came out, so this is an extremely new experience, so all of these opinions are going to be just off the cuff. So if they do improve, or if I find that later I recant a criticism, then I will by all means state as such. But one thing that I've never been a fan of in any farming simulator game, whether it was the original, my original experience with those types of games, Harvest Moon, or Stardew Valley, anything like that. One thing that, okay, actually, so I do have enough wood, so now we need stone. One thing that does bug me is being restricted on where I can plant crops. So as you can see, this as designated by the darker dirt, is where I'm assuming that we can plant. And, you know, admittedly, it's a very huge plot, but the first Harvest Moon game, what am I doing? The first Harvest Moon game that I ever played was Harvest Moon Magical Melody, and that game just so happened to allow you to, or I guess allowed you full freedom of where you placed any object or building and where you planted any crop. So in subsequent games or other Harvest Moon titles, anytime that all of a sudden I was restricted by a pre-made plot, it almost felt as though I was going backwards. And that has always been a sticking point for me and an early turnoff for farming games. Like I said, not to hate on this game immediately, but that's just one thing that I don't care for in any game. And that's one thing that immediately made me really enjoy Stardew Valley, was the freedom of making your farm completely your own and placing things wherever you would like. The water looks really cool in this game. I really like the graphical style. So we need to visit the Carpenter. I'm going to press M because I'm assuming that that's the map and I am correct. So, yeah, that plot is actually huge. There's a little pond down here. So let's find the Carpenter. The map is giant. That's cool. Alright, recycling center. Alright, up there. So we need to go north, east, just ever so slightly. Can I sprint? Okay, I can actually. Okay, I can sprint. Cool. And then slow back down. Perfect. Alright. Oh, look at the cow. I love the Harvest Moon inspired cow design. I say that just because Harvest Moon always had those types of very rotund and round-faced cows. Their snout is very rounded. But, wow, yeah, the graphics are really cool in this game. I like the cows a lot. I was always, on any of the farming sim games that I've played, I've always been a huge fan of the animal raising. But I'm just a... What's that? That's a bug. Okay. Well, I'm assuming I can maybe catch it with a net or something later. But I'm a huge animal fan in real life, so I just love raising animals in these games. Alright, Carpenter. Let's see. Repair your house. I don't think I need details. Okay, so we have... Is it Dinda? I'm just going to say Dinda. What can I do for you? Carpenter. Okay, so you have a lot of build options early. Okay, did it say, is this what we're supposed to do? Okay, yes. So it fixes your house, enable the ability to decorate. Excellent. My second favorite thing to do in any of these games is customize and decorate my home. Alright, Joko. Slight change of plans. R&R's here with building materials. Let's head over to the farm and repair R&R's cabin. Let's definitely do that. Joka. They're very proud that I was able to gather the materials. It's funny because do they even know me? I guess maybe it was all explained in the opening cutscene. Okay, so that must be her father or guardian or something, because it said kiddo. Alright, so I'm also helping in the work. We got it done very fast for taking some breaks on the floor there. But let's see how things turned out. I was wondering why he was invading some space that quickly. But since there are fewer tourists, we don't stock many options. Okay. Alright, so you don't have any options, but I should still stop by. Definitely. Got too excited there. Definitely came in really quickly for the shoulder pad. The middle of town shouldn't be hard to find. Okay, perfect. There's a lot of talking here. Okay, maybe I missed something because she's calling him honey. But he said kiddo, maybe he was talking to me. I don't know. We threw in a TV for thank you. A free TV. Looks like ACR TV too, which if any of you have tried to purchase one or looked at them just for nostalgic reasons, I'm sure you've seen how expensive they are, which is insane. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and get out of here. I can assume that I will figure it out. So the TV can probably tell me the weather. Oh, hold F to skip. Okay, perfect. So I got my house upgraded here. Our house got bigger. Yes, it did. What's this? Clothing. Okay, so you can leave, or I guess have a bunch of variety of clothes. Alright, place. Receive payment the following morning. Excellent. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go ahead and plant a few of these crops just so I get that. I keep accidentally getting overzealous and clicking multiple times. So I have 9. I'm going to go ahead and plant some of these so I get that original, or I guess that the first day of growth. So I'm going to do my patented 3x3 square. I know no other way. Ooh, look at this. Coffer. You discovered a coffer. Bring it to the blacksmith to unlock. Exciting. So, 3x3. The way. Okay, so I have almost no energy. Is this going to take energy? No, it's not. Perfect. Alright, so now I'm going to plant my seeds here. I do need to water, so I'm going to eat this. Alright, that should give me enough to water. Perfect. Hopefully I can get through this. Yeah, we should be good. Harvest your first crop. Okay, so I thought it was saying that I accomplished that quest, but I was going to say I have not harvested anything. Alright, so it's saying I need to open my journal and claim the rewards 100. I'm just going to say gold. Alright, and then we are tracking starting out. So let's go ahead and go to bed and end that day since I'm extremely low on energy. Day ended. Even this screen here, I think it just has a really nice aesthetic to it. It's just kind of just aesthetically pleasing, relaxing, cozy, all of the things that you would want a game of this nature to be. So let's see what we have. We do have some mail. Introducing the basic bag, 20 compartments. There we go. Why is there so much pollution on this island? It seems so happy and perfect, and then there's just all of this awful pollution. Oh, I can't pick anything up because I'm full of on my inventory, so let's I'm just going to sell everything for now just because I don't want to hold on to it. Alright, now let's get back to slicing trash. Do I get anything for... Is there a place to recycle, or do I just throw it in the shipping bin? I guess best case scenario is you get to make some money off of the trash that you pick up. Wouldn't that be a great motivation for people in real life? Pay people for picking up trash. Alright, let's go up. Let's see if we can just sell it. I'm sure we can at least just put it in the bin. Glass. That seems awfully important. For scrap that actually looks kind of unique. Wild seeds, let's plant those. I'm just going to keep selling everything until I have a great reason not to. Alright, let's... How did I get to my inventory just now? Oh wow, look at this. So I clicked P and it zoomed like all the way out. Interesting. Okay, so let's... How did I get to my inventory? Okay, perfect. So wild seeds, perfect. There we go. Okay, so here we are. And watering can. And now we're off. I'm going to keep the glass just because I feel like it might be really important. I don't know. In Minecraft, glass is annoying to get, so why not? Let's go meet a few people. Or I guess actually my quest is to visit the... Oh, there's a recycling center. Shoot, I should have kept that trash. Let's find the general store. Okay, so we're going to head straight east. There's always a... Oh, what is this? Whoops. Well, it has a magnifying glass, but I right-clicked and nothing happened. Okay. But, like I was going to say, these bridges are just very quaint. I like that. Starlit Town. specifically named. I hope you can get a dog. I would be really disappointed if not, but honestly, a lizard or a fox looks like a fennec fox or desert fox, whatever they're called. Either of those would be really cool. Alright, so let's go and plant our newly acquired seeds and get a head start on that first quest of harvesting our first crop. And if I know anything about these types of games, it's that. Oh, I shouldn't have done that because that would really bug me to have just a random seed amongst the potatoes. But if I know anything about these types of games, it's that you want to plant early and often to make money. Okay, let's go here. Here. I guess I need 3 more. And 1, 2, 3. There we are. Alright, and now let's water. Oh no! I selected the wrong tool and wasted one of my seeds. One thing that I've actually, I apologize if you do hear some random background noise. I do actually have my in real life dog in the room with me right now, so I'm hoping that she cooperates and lets me film without too much noise, but she, for some reason, does not like when I am sitting at my computer and in her eyes whispering to no one, so she always, funny enough, gets a bit uncomfortable, and she walks over to my closet and crawls into the corner of the closet and lays down. So that's her comfort space, I guess. And she's quite unsure of who I'm talking to. It's honestly quite funny. But where was I? Oh, one thing that I've always just found a bit funny is that in these types of games, I will readily spend all day plowing the dirt and planting, watering seeds. But in real life, I would find all of those. Okay, actually, I made a decent amount of money. Oh, it's the gold. That's what it was. Did I make anything from trash? I actually made 29 gold from trash. Excellent. But in real life, I would not want to do any of those things. So it's just one of those kind of conundrums, because if I spent all of this same time doing these things, then, you know, maybe I would have a flower shop or something like that. I don't know, but it's funny, the remedial task that you will enjoy doing in a video game that you would never want to in real life. I guess it's in real life it's, you know, taxing on your body, and you spend a lot of energy and things that are not as enjoyable, so I guess that's probably the easy answer. Okay, looking for, and you know, you can do it from the comfort of your chair. Looking for a way to pass the time if you want to earn some extra coins. Yes, while waiting for your crops to grow, visit at the beach shack. Okay, so that will be our next goal, is go to the beach shack. Look at the really nice water details here on these items and the additions of the puddles. This game really has nice visuals. I'm really impressed, and that's one thing that I really enjoy. Like, these little serene pools are awesome. Let's actually get some snow in the winter, but that is a welcomed surprise. Okay, I guess we should consult the map and look at the beach shack. Okay, so I need to go south. Or actually, I can just cut through the square and then go south. Excellent. So there's Sam's, closed today for some reason. A lot of these shops are closed. Maybe it's just too early. Oh, look at this area. Yeah, this game is really beautiful. I'm going to definitely enjoy just exploring the areas and seeing what all this game has to offer. Okay, so those stairs don't really go anywhere. Alright, so let's say there's Sam right there. Let's actually talk to Sam. I don't really have anything to give him. We're blooming again, which means it's the time of the year which we gather around the lake and barbecue. I like the sound of that. Alright, so... oh, can I pick this? I can, and there's a nice gift. Let's see if Sam likes... oh, I actually have 2 flowers, so let's see if Sam likes one of these. Here you go, Sam. I think Emily and I are bringing fresh chard to the festival. There's some chard. Oh, okay. Gift. Canola to Sam. Thank you for this. Okay, so a lukewarm response. But a response nonetheless. Alright, here is the beach shack. Wow, okay. Me and Sam had the same idea here. Alright. Who is this? Talk. Macy. Hello to you too. I'm Macy. Where are you visiting from? It's nice to finally have a tourist in town. Gift. Do you like sunray Venus shells, Macy? It's just lovely, but no. Oh. Okay. Sorry. Alright, Eleanor. It's always great when you walk into a beach shack and they say, no, we can't do that to him, while definitely referencing you. Who doesn't like fishing? I don't know. We'll just skip. Welcome a new face at last. Alright, what do you need? I want to skip the cutscene, but we're just discussing your welcome gifts. Okay, I'm listening. It's why is everything he says in all caps is he just yelling at us? Gotta keep those leg muscles strong, eh? Okay. That's the perfect workout for you. Why do they assume that I want to work out? I probably just came from my farm, which I've been working. Maybe I want to relax. Alright, definitely mixed signals from these two. So how's life so far? Just yelling at me. It's a bit tiring sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna maybe I'll get the hint. Don't forget to take breaks. Just screaming. Okay. Settle a debate for us. Which is a better activity, fishing or fun and ever exciting bug catching? To be honest, okay, that's honestly a tough choice because I know in-game both would be fun, but I am just an absolute sucker for fishing in games, so it's definitely fishing for me. It's just the allure of having the surprise of what fish you're going to catch and trying to just catch all of the fish in the game. I love it. I love it in Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, Magical Melody, or Harvest Moon. Any game possible. I love to fish. A fishing rod and a bug catching net. That is very excellent. Thank these houses are extremely intricate and very cool. Really, really well designed. But I never did complete the fishing achievement. I think it's called the Salty achievement in World of Warcraft. But I also spent a great deal of time fishing and chasing the rare achievements for it in Elder Scrolls Online, back when I used to play that game. Like I said, I'm just an absolute sucker for fishing in game, so it's something that I wish I had my butt catching net. I've seen a lot of bugs so far, so that's something that's definitely going to be fun. Okay, so let's head back to the house or the cabin. Oh, here's a new face, Yuri. As in R&R, R&R. Yes, that's me. Care for a tulip. I can't eat this. So wasteful. Should have let it grow. Noted. Alright. Like I said, let's head back to the cabin. Oh no, I wanted to visit the recycling center, so let's actually go check that out. Here's a overflowing trash can. Rummage. Now, who would throw perfectly good? Let's throw this fiber away. Who would throw perfectly good tulips or whatever kind of flower that was in the trash? Here's a new face. Is it Sham? Or Jam? I'm gonna say Sham. You're a new arrival, huh? Don't bother me and I won't bother you. It's like, okay, so friendly for sure. Care for a tulip, Sham. You're in my way. Okay, but care for a tulip. I wasn't expecting a gift today. What a nice surprise. Okay, so the first person who has liked the tulip. So now we know Sham enjoys tulips. We will note that for the future. Wow, this place is gross. Can I recycle? It's really all I care about here. So, I kind of expected there to be someone like working the recycling center, but this just looks like a dump. Okay, it says I cannot use the recycling center. It looks like no one can because there's just toxic sludge all over everything there. So, I'm going to just steer clear of that area as long as possible. Oh, okay, so I have the fishing rod, but they sent the bug net to my mailbox because I did not have space. Wow, look at all of the fish. Okay, so I had no clue what was going on. I instantly broke my line. Let's try this again. Okay, so I saw the meter rush to the edge and then break, so I'm going to try to tap it. What's happening? It said hold, and I did, but then they immediately got off the hook. Okay, I think I was just late. Alright, we're gonna try this again. This is way harder than I expected it to be. Okay, I got it. Okay, so, I'm just tapping. Try not to let the tension build up. Got it. Okay, so that's not too bad. All of that for a crayfish. Looks like a tiny lobster and lives in fresh water. Okay, so where did I get this? This doesn't sound right. I have 3 of those. They must just be... Why am I just Oh, I keep pressing escape. So I have this. I was assuming that I could just throw things in this garbage, but it doesn't seem like I can. I just threw it on the ground and now I have no way of picking it up. Oh, here's a new face. Just call me Jack, definitely. Your lot has plenty of space to raise livestock once you settle. Yes, I will definitely be back. Oh, I should have given him the crayfish, but I actually really want to donate it to the museum. How do I get out of here? Okay, here's the Carpenter. I think I need to go up and west. But that's one of my favorite things to do. And look at that lizard. Can I catch that with a net? Oh wait, it's gone. Yeah, I feel like this game is going to have a lot of cool little things like that. It seems just like packed to the brim with details and things that are exciting, so that I really like. But I need to get that bigger bag as soon as possible because I am running out of inventory constantly. I'm just going to sell all of this like before. I'm just going to sell the glass. I'm sick of hanging on to it. I need to take that to the carpenter. Here's my... What was that sound? Okay, let's go ahead and take... Did it say blacksmith? Okay, let's see where the blacksmith is. We need to get this out of our inventory. Everything's probably closed, honestly. At this point, bathhouse. This. Okay, so 1800. What time is it? How am I missing the time? Okay. 1700. I don't think I'm gonna make it, but I'm gonna try. Wait, how far am I? Oh, I'm way too far away. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. I'll go tomorrow. But with that said, let's just head to sleep and try that again in the morning. Alright, so we need 500 gold. Ooh, it's Joko's birthday today. I don't have a lot to offer other than the flour. And it would seem surprising to me if a carpenter was a big fan of the flowers, but it might just be a hobby of his. But who knows? These games usually it's like pretty straightforward of like the village fisherman likes fish as a gift and you know the blacksmith likes ore, things like that, so that's usually how I figure out the most liked gifts of the villagers, but you never know, maybe this game will throw a curveball like that. We will see. Okay, so I am going to go stop by the museum first, donate our crayfish, and let's have our net at the ready, just in case we see a nice bug. Okay, she did not like. You're not welcome here. Alright, so this must be the villain here, Karen. Okay, hello all. Alright, she is the town photographer. Alright, what do you actually want? exposition here. It's very should tell what you're doing. Okay, so the classic like Corpo oil drilling company. Alright. I feel like I just needed the gist of what the villains are doing. So they're trying to drill oil and it's polluting the island, which no one enjoys. So, no one likes pollution, especially on a beautiful island like this. Okay. So she does not like the flowers because she said she can't eat them, but for some reason I feel like eating the crayfish might not be the most universally loved thing either. So let's find that museum. Okay, so northwest. Hello. Emily, new neighbor. Yes, I was moving in. Would you care for a tulip? Thank you, my dear. You're very kind. Excellent. We've now found two people that really like the tulips. Oh, new face. Erica. Erica seems very jovial and happy. Hey you, is this our new neighbor? Yes. The tavern. Oh look, there's a rabbit in there as well. Wow, there are a large variety of pets. I have not seen Frank or the tavern. He's my husband, you know what? You should stop by our house sometime. Wow, just very forward friendship there. Alice. Is that... yes, everyone seems to know me. I would explain the outfit, yes. Do I have a flower? I do have some more flowers. Just trying to make friends as fast as possible. No more violets for me. Wow, not only did she hate the flower, or not like the flower, she hated it. Which, to be fair, I feel like if you're given a free gift, especially by someone who doesn't know you, might be a slightly rude reaction. But to each their own. It's a pretty cool museum. Okay, so I'm going to skip this because I feel like I kind of know what to expect with a museum. So now we need to just find the curator and give him this crayfish. Oh, donate here, never mind. Donate item, crayfish. Very cool. Let's find our crayfish. Oh, there he is. Look at that. So happy. Hopefully. I do feel a bit bad catching the creatures from the wild and then immediately imprisoning them in the museum, but for the sake of this video and our enjoyment and relaxation, we are going to keep in mind that it is fictional, and two, we're going to pretend that the polluted waters and polluted area are harming the animals and that the museum is friendship hearts with as many people as I could. It was just something I really enjoyed. Still do. Oh, I don't think I've met this person here. Emma. So rumors are true. They are indeed. I feel like it here. I do. Do you like flowers? Daffodil. This is delicious. Or delish, is that what she said? Interesting take, but okay, so where is the blacksmith? Oh, I'm really close. So I need to go up and west. Blacksmith, giant sign. I should have seen that. Alright. Hello, blacksmith. Pablo. What can I do for you? Process, geode, or coffer? Coffer, yes. Your inventory is full. I'm about to lose it with this full inventory. Okay, we're going to go sell our items at the general store. And then, where was that general store at? Where was that? Oh, general stores. I need to go directly south. But we're going to sell as much stuff as we can, and then we are going to buy the bigger bag because I cannot handle the inventory space, especially with the plethora of things to be picked up this early in the game. Alright. I need to shop. I'm going to sell the morel. I'm just going to sell everything because I need the money. And of course we don't have enough. Okay, so that's alright. We'll go process our coffers and hopefully we have enough. Oh, there's a brown rabbit there. I'm just like really into discovering all of the various animals. Okay, so hopefully we have enough inventory space. Oh, there's a bug. I have to. Yes. Swallowtail, butterfly. Another for the museum. Alright, I'm back. Let's process those coffers. Silver kelp and bronze kelp. Okay, so I'm assuming we can donate the necklace since it states that it's an artifact, and then we can also donate the swallowtail here. Oh, the animal shelter. Okay. Honestly, though, it's kind of a bummer how many animals are in the shelter on the island. Why are there so many abandoned animals on a small island? That's kind of troubling. Not a fan of abandoning animals. Or pets, I guess. You could probably abandon like a grizzly bear or something like that that you encounter, but is that it only has 5 more slots than my original bag, which, with this game's tendency to provide me with so many different items, I feel like that's just not nearly enough. But what I really want to do is catch a couple of fish before we head home for the night. Maybe here. Cool. Okay. So it's definitely an interesting mechanic for catching the fish. I've never seen a fish catching mechanic quite like this. Usually they're another crayfish, okay. Usually they're pretty straightforward. One of the more kind of unique fishing mechanics that I recall in a game similar to, this style was my time at Portia. I played that game a long time ago, once again, when it was in early access. I'm a sucker for these types of games. When I see one being advertised, I will oftentimes put it on my wish list and try it out. So I actually played, okay, we have a new one, Black Phantom Ghost Fish. That's a cool fish. But I actually played my time at Portia on my Nintendo Switch back when it first released, and I'll tell you, it ran terribly. Just absolutely so sluggish. The load times were horrendous. But I actually played it a lot. And it had a really unique fishing mechanic. I can't even remember exactly. It had something to do with like a bubble you had to keep on the fish or something like that. But it took me a while to get the hang of this one after, the initial struggles. It seems alright. Hello, Mark. I'm here to give you some info. Okay. Why does it seem like I'm going to get shaken down? The cavern northwest here is open right through the forest. When you see Jack's Ranch, go left. Okay. Catch any of that? Alright, yeah. Chill out. Up levels. It's safe to roam, no monsters anymore, just don't go too deep. Alright, so I wonder if